Hi, my name is Paul Council and welcome to video 8 in the Mastering Money series. And today we're going to talk about this idea of being able to leverage your success. Now in the last 7 videos I've really been talking about this whole process of leveraging your success, and we talked about the idea of getting some improvements to your personal money drivers, and the importance of immersing yourself into very fertile and very supportive reference groups and being really conscious of who you listen to. And also talked about the importance of really building new foundations of mind that enable you to directly target or directly work towards the profitability that is important for you. But then I also talked about this idea of having shelves of self-help books and self-help material and videos and CDs and MP3 files, and yet little of it gets actually used, or it seldom gets implemented. It seldom gets worked upon and executed in a systemized way. And so you've got to start thinking about, well, why is that so? And it was really Edward Deming who observed that, look, it's not enough to do your best, because everybody tries to do their best. He said what's more important, though, is to know what to do and then to do your best. And that's really where you've got to start developing the idea of working with the worker mindset, developing the enterprise mindset, developing the entrepreneur mindset through skills acquisition and repetition, and then cycling through a few processes so that you start to develop the necessary skills that allow you to achieve the profitability that you may be seeking. And it was really social ecologist Peter Drucker who said that a person can perform only from strength. He said one cannot build performance on weakness. And yet that's one of the sort of the myths of our time, isn't it? We're sort of all being encouraged to improve our weaknesses, improve our weaknesses, improve our weaknesses in any given area. And it really is important that in terms of business outcomes, in terms of business profitability, in terms of your own personal profitability, it's not important to work on your weaknesses. In fact, it's the opposite of that. What's really important is to work on your strengths, to take the existing strengths that you already have and then refining and working on those over time. So let me ask you a really profound question. If you think about your existing strengths, start thinking about what you're already doing well, and then start working on improving that. So what are you already doing well that you can improve? And when you start improving that, when you start immersing yourself into fertile environments, when you start putting in new learning, it's like the funnel. As soon as you started putting those things into the funnel, then you really allow yourself to directly target the profitability. So you only have to really get a 50% increase on what you're already doing well. So take something that really exists and work on it so that you tweak it, so that you optimize it, so that you systemize it. Something that you already do well, and let's say if we can get a 50% improvement on that, that's when you start to really leverage off your existing strengths. And it's by leveraging off those existing strengths that you'll really target the most profound breakthroughs that are possible for you. And when you put that together, you start to think about personal performance. And then start thinking about, well, okay, now what could you start optimizing that would then optimize your personal performance? Now, obviously some of it's got to do with your motivational style. And really it's about the quality and quantity of motivation. You can also perhaps immerse yourself in more fertile environments. Again, it's the environment of the mastermind that will encourage you, that will support you, that will be most fertile for you. And if you need to take on board mentors in the skill sets that you want to learn, then that's the fastest way that you're going to increase your personal performance. And then start thinking about the quality and quantity of your focus, the quality of the focus of enterprise mindset, the quality of focus of the entrepreneurial mindset, and then developing, those processes through skills and through adjustments and through repetition processes. And then systematically start to implement all those that are really aligning now with, mechanical processes or profit strategies that, you'll learn at some later stage. But then start thinking about now putting that into a process where you start to work off what you're already good at. In that way, you can start leveraging your strengths because they all impact your personal performance, and it's that personal performance that really impacts your financial importance or your financial performance. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that really separates you from the amount of profitability that you may be seeking or that you want to generate, the thing that separates you really depends on what's happening within those subconscious programs that you've got running. You know, what you're willing to change, the personal money drivers that you're willing to work on, but they also depend on what you're leaving in place. You know, are you leaving old meanings in place? Are you leaving old thinking loops in place? Are you leaving old strategies in place? Are you leaving old belief systems in place? Are you leaving old habits in place? Are you leaving old mannerisms in place? And I'll just say that once again, at the end of the day, the only things that really separate you from the amount of profitability that you want to generate really does depend on those subconscious programs that you've got running, whether or not you're willing to change them, and then whether or not you're willing to optimize or tweak or refine the personal money drivers that you've got available to yourself. Now that's all for me for this video, but stay tuned to video 9 and I'll start sharing this idea of a hierarchy of opportunities. And so till then, it's bye for me.